My financial situation now is so extremely different than my financial situation when I first started in direct sales or when I first changed over to the network marketing. It's absolutely night and day. I mean, I still have a folder of yellow notices from the electric company where they were going to shut me off month after month after month, and now I have it on direct pay from the checking, so I never have to look at them again. And it's things like that that make this such a huge thing for me. To me, it is about the money. Sure, I like the freedom, but when you don't have money to the point that I didn't have money, it's hard for it not to be about the money. I worked third shift in a convenience store, 11 to 7, and actually one of my friends saved the night. It was my birthday, and I had to work in Charleston, South Carolina. They had bars in the window and a die pack in the cash drawer, and they used to get robbed all the time. And I thought, oh, that just figures. This is my life or I'm going to get robbed here. That store that I was at that night, they usually robbed them with guns. So I was just afraid of dying there, not having done anything with my life. It seemed to me every situation that I was in that I was uncomfortable with in my life had to do with my lack of money. So that's why I wanted more of it. If it wasn't such a necessity like oxygen, I wouldn't probably have wanted it so badly. That's the learning curve of being in this industry, I think, is that I had to find out that I had some self-esteem. I had to find out that I was in charge. I didn't feel that way at all. You know, I thought things were happening to me. I thought life was happening to me is why I lived in the trailer park and why I was poor. And when I figured out that that isn't true, that I was in charge and I could make things happen different, that's when I started to earn more money. It's not that there's anything wrong with trailer parks. And when I lived there, I definitely didn't say the T word. I called it a mobile home. But I didn't grow up as a little girl saying, ooh, I hope I get to live in a trailer park when I grow up. You know, it's just not some place I wanted to be. To me, money's choices. And when I didn't have any, I had no choices. I couldn't decide what I drove, where I lived. I was stuck where I was. And with money, even when I have stuff that messes up my personal life, I can get through it because I have some money and I can make things happen. So it's... You know, I don't have to panic as bad when I have bumps in the road now because I know I have some income and it's a decent amount that I can, pay my way out of it. I can make choices and get myself out of it.
Are you comfortable sharing how much you make?
Yes, and I actually have a lot different opinion about that than a lot of people because I wouldn't shoot for the higher amounts of money if I didn't see somebody else already earning it. So I like to hear what other people are earning, and I tell the people that I meet how much I earn. And I like, I don't know, to see the shock on their face, I guess. I met a lady on the plane yesterday. I always meet such fascinating people on the planes, but this lady was a fighter pilot for, I think it was the Navy. And she's a speaker too, so we had a lot in common. But she said, I showed her the magazine I'm in, and it said I'm the #4 money earner in the country. And I said, guess how much, because I like to play that game. I like them to guess. And she guessed $30,000 a year. And I said, times that by about 13, and you got it. And it was so neat because she took 5 minutes and she was picking her jaw up off the floor. And I mean, it was just neat. She says, I wasn't earning that as a fighter pilot. And it's like I didn't die right then because it would have taken a funeral director a half hour to chip the smile off my face because I couldn't believe I get paid more than a fighter pilot. It was like, wow. When it comes to marketing your business, I don't think you need to have the personal creativity to do it, but I do think you need to read books about marketing and advertising. And to me, network marketing is 2 parts of that. Networking, yes, talking to 3 people you see every day or the guy behind you in the grocery store, that's true, but without the marketing part, I don't think you ever get to the 6-digit income part, because you do need to attract people to the business, not just hope you run into them in the grocery line. So no, I think the thing that you need isn't creativity, it's the I don't know how to say it, the ability to do it when other people are making fun of you. I don't know what word would be good there, but because lots of times they say, my husband wouldn't let me letter your car, because I have my car lettered and I have a light-up sign on the roof that says the company name. And believe me, when I first did that to my car, or said I was going to do it to my new car, my husband said to me, gee, I really wish you wouldn't do that to the car. And I said, well, actually, when I said I'm lettering the car, that was a bulletin, not a survey. So, but not all people can say that to their spouse. And but to me, you have to take some risks like that. Sure, he wasn't unhappy for a while, but when the money started rolling in, he got over it. So I think you have to take some risk like that, and it's more risk-taking than it is creativity, because you can copy what other businesses are doing. That's all I'm doing. That's not the craziest thing I've done, though, by the way. The car isn't. So.
Well, let me ask you, what's the craziest thing you've done?
The craziest thing I've done, just for publicity reasons, I've run for state representative in my state 3 times in a row, and I'm running again this year. And since I'm a third-party candidate, I'm a libertarian, it's very hard to get elected for any third-party candidate, but I'm doing not too bad. But I get, just for running, it only costs $2 to get on the ballot. I get on TV shows. I've been a political analyst just because I've run 3 times, free interviews in the newspaper, and they always put my company affiliation. So I do that for the publicity for my business. But I got to be careful, because I'm going to get elected one of these times. Not that I wouldn't love to serve, but the last election, I got 3,600 votes in my little town, and I actually got more votes than any other libertarian in the country running in my little town in New Hampshire. So I mean, that's, ooh, that was nice.
So what happens if you get elected? I'm
going to serve and sell products up at the State House and bring my opinions up there. No, I'll be happy to do that. But just think what good publicity that's going to be for my business. Before, when I worked at third shift at the convenience store, I was the lowest paid person I personally knew, earning $6,600 a year. Now, I'm the number 4 money earner in the country with the company I'm with, earning over $320,000 a year, and I'm the highest paid person I know.
What new goals do you have?
Well, my new goals, I want to have a house, a bigger house. Also, we had a newly adopted daughter, and she's 8 months old, and now I have a big responsibility, because I want to raise her to be a very self-reliant woman, and I have to set a good example for that. So one of the ways I want to do that is to earn $1 million in 1 year. That's like my big mission right now. And it's not necessarily I want to spend $1 million in 1 year. I want to have enough skills and knowledge to earn $1 million in 1 year. And to be able to handle $1 million takes a lot of new skill sets too.
When do you think that will happen?
I would say 3 years, within 3 years. I now have a huge amount of appreciation for working mothers worldwide, because this has been one of the hardest things to do, I think. But direct sales, adopting a baby, has been possible because of my involvement in direct sales. And I know that sounds weird, but I wouldn't have had the money. I wouldn't have had the freedom to take time off at the beginning. I wouldn't have had, it's just, all of it is because of it. And I want to be able to, show her that direct sales did that for us.